Have you ever found yourself constantly bothered by others' faults? Why does that person's arrogance, laziness, or ignorance irritate you so deeply? Could it be that the very act of judgment, especially when aimed at others on the path, is secretly stalling your own progress? Welcome back to the channel. It's an honor to have you with us again. Today we explore one of the most insidious obstacles to spiritual growth, one that hides behind the appearance of clarity, intelligence, and even morality. It's not greed, not anger, not even laziness. It's judgment. Not discernment born of wisdom, but criticism rooted in ego. This judgment doesn't always scream. Often it whispers, "I know better. They're doing it wrong. I've come farther than them." And in those moments, the path we walk begins to shrink. Our hearts tighten. Our vision narrows. Without realizing it, we stop walking forward and start circling in place. In this video, we'll walk through a profound teaching by a revered old Dharma master, who once said, "The greatest obstacle for sincere practitioners today is not the world's chaos, but the mind's conceit." We'll journey through real-life stories, psychological insight, and spiritual principles to uncover the blind spot that keeps us trapped and how to finally break free. Let me begin with a story from the mountains. In a remote monastic retreat center, two monks Yong and Chan were assigned the same room. Yong was diligent and sharp, rising at dawn, keeping precepts strictly, and meditating with unshakable discipline. Chan was kind but sloppy. He slept late, forgot teachings, and often skipped morning chants. Yong was infuriated. Every time Chan snored through morning mantras or misplaced his robes, Yong's mind burned. "Why is he here?" he thought. "He dishonors the teachings. I work so hard and yet he is treated equally." Finally, after weeks of quiet rage, Yong confronted the abbot. "Why do you allow such a lazy monk to stay here? He is not worthy. He drags us down." The abbot listened silently. Then he said, "Chun is not here to drag him down. He is here to hold you up a mirror to show you your own pride." Yong froze. That night, he watched Chun sleep and realized that his anger wasn't truly about Chun's behavior. It was about his own need to feel superior. His attachment to being better had become a prison. This story is more common than we like to admit. In temples, meditation centers, yoga studios, and even online spiritual communities, the disease of judgment runs rampant. We label others as unawakened, fake, arrogant, or shallow, all while convincing ourselves we're seeing clearly. But in truth, we are hiding from ourselves. Because judgment is rarely about the other person. It's almost always a projection of our own inner discomfort. A Dharma master once explained it like this: "If your heart is still, the world cannot disturb you. If your heart is turbulent, even a falling leaf will seem noisy." Let us reflect on this through a modern lens. Anna, a schoolteacher in her 30s, had been practicing Buddhism for 7 years. She attended every retreat, read sutras daily, and even began teaching beginner classes. But she grew increasingly frustrated with her students. "They're not serious," she'd mutter. "They just want mindfulness without discipline." One day, a guest teacher visited the center. During a Q&A, Anna asked, "How do I deal with people who waste the teachings?" The teacher smiled gently. "First, stop believing they're wasting anything. Second, ask yourself, what are you protecting when you judge them? Your standards, your identity as a good practitioner." Anna's eyes widened. For the first time, she saw how her need to be seen as serious had turned into resentment toward those who didn't match her intensity. This is the hidden cost of judgment. It separates us from others and, worse, from ourselves. It doesn't mean we abandon discernment. Discernment is necessary. We must know the difference between truth and illusion, between sincerity and deceit. But discernment arises from clarity and compassion. Judgment arises from ego and fear. The ego judges because it is insecure. It says, "I must be better than you or else I am nothing." But the heart says, "You and I are walking the same path, just in different shoes." Let us go deeper. Why is judgment such a serious obstacle in spiritual practice? Because it reinforces the illusion of separation. When you judge someone, you place them outside your heart. You say, "You are not like me. You are lesser." And in doing so, you tighten the ego's grip. But spiritual practice is about dissolving boundaries, not building them. Moreover, judgment steals your energy. Every moment you spend thinking about someone else's flaws is a moment you're not watching your own mind. Every time you focus on how others should change, you abandon the one place you have power, yourself. A great master once said, "In 10 lifetimes, you cannot change another's karma. But in one breath, you can transform your own mind." And that's the true practice, not changing the world, but clearing the lens through which you see it. So how do we release the habit of judgment? Starts with recognition. Catch yourself in the act. Notice the tone of your thoughts. Are they sharp, cold, righteous? Do they make you feel superior? These are signs you're judging, not discerning. Then ask, what pain am I avoiding by judging this person? Often judgment is a shield. It protects us from feelings of inadequacy, envy, fear, or disappointment. For example, if someone's arrogance angers you, ask, "Am I afraid of being overlooked?" If someone's laziness irritates you, ask, "Am I secretly exhausted and jealous of their rest?" This honesty is the doorway to freedom. Next, practice reversal. Every time you judge someone, offer them a silent blessing. May you be free from suffering. May you awaken in your own time. May I see your humanity. This doesn't mean excusing harm or enabling ignorance. It means refusing to let your mind become polluted by contempt. Finally, return to humility. The path is long. We have all stumbled. The ones you judge today may surpass you tomorrow. The ones you pity may become your teachers. Master Xing Yun once said, "The Buddha did not see sinners or saints. He saw beings in different stages of awakening." What would it look like if we practiced seeing that way? What if every flaw you noticed in others became a bell that rang you back to presence? What if every annoyance became an opportunity to soften? What if every judgment became a gate to greater compassion? Then your practice would deepen, not because you've achieved more, but because you've become more honest, more open, more real. You would stop trying to fix the world and start transforming your heart. And in doing so, the world would begin to look different, not because it has changed, but because your vision has. The teacher you mocked reveals a hidden wisdom. The student you dismissed becomes a mirror for your past self. The stranger you avoided turns out to be your greatest test of love. And just like that, judgment dissolves. What's left is presence. And presence is the gateway to realization. Thank you for watching this video. If this message resonated with your journey, support our channel by subscribing, commenting below, and sharing it with others. The more we grow together, the closer we come to a world free from judgment and full of compassion. Until next time, may you walk with gentleness, speak with kindness, and see others with the eyes of awakening.